concerning MPG. I've had good contacts with MPG, especially since at least 2000. Um, and that's when I first met Isabel, Jan Neeson, and others who were there early on. Uh, it was a very important learning experience for me. It wasn't so much that I was the expert, but at those meetings, once every 3 times a year, meeting experts in discrimination from around Europe. It was a very amazing experience. And that's, say, one of the questions or one of the thoughts I guess you have is the connection to the research community. And these were the frontline researchers, in my mind, in this field. Uh, but then the advantage of that situation is you're bringing together experts. But researchers, quite often, what they see as their job is to explain problems and get better and better theories about problems, which is fine for academics. But academics are not always thinking about what are the solutions. And those expert groups, and that's my view of MPG more generally. MPG has been a catalyst for trying to develop concrete ideas that will lead to change in the field of discrimination, in the field of equality, and trying to figure out how do you move things forward. And again, that's not what researchers usually do. Usually they're at the university and it's a very nice atmosphere and they can think all kinds of, or develop all kinds of theories. But that was the idea, is the bridge to, say, bridge between research and actually how do you produce results? Where did the European Network Against Racism come from? Again, MPG has served as an important catalyst in that regard. And again, I figured that out afterwards. So I didn't necessarily see the connection at the time. And one of the things I did is I took part in Equinet's meetings, the Equinet being the organization for equality bodies around Europe. And again, where had the initiative or where had the spark come from for Equinet? That was also another, and it's also a bridge between civil society and government. But again, it was just the realization MPG had been part of that. But then I was asked to become an expert in the European Equality Law Network. And again, that was, well, where did that come from? It's MPG had a key role there and continues to have a key role. And again, I think that expert group helps to provide a bridge from academics, because not all of them are academics, but many are academics who've had practical experience. And again, providing that bridge. So, well, here's a problem. How do we solve it? So over the years, I've kept an eye on MPG. I've had my discussions with MPG. And also they've been very worthwhile discussions. And that's where MPG and others can play an important role, is how to get civil society to bring pressure for change. And it's not just a question of having good ideas. Good ideas are easy. Academic theories are easy, but bringing about actual change is not. And that's where you need mobilization. And that's where, again, I can look back at MPG and the whole starting line process. That's sort of what civil society needs to do. What do we agree on? How do we attack a problem? And how do we support each other? That's how Article 13 got through. That's how the Racial Equality Directive got through. That way you empower local agents or local NGOs in this field. And in the same way that MPG or the starting line group became an expert at, okay, what kind of directive should we have? We don't have that expertise at the national level. There are some experts at the national level, but they all need access to justice. If there's greater access to justice, they'll be able to mobilize more, both in regards to strategic litigation and in regards to legislation. In the same way, if MPG had relied on nice politicians to produce the racial equality directive, the racial equality directive would never have had the breakthrough potential that it did have.